Hey friends, welcome back to another video. My name's Emma Lefave, and I wrote a book. Like a real book. This is so crazy. This has been a lifelong dream of mine to be an author-illustrator. I wasn't always sure what kind of book I'd write or illustrate, but I have officially written and illustrated my first watercolor instructional book. And I'm so excited to finally share this with you. This has been over a year in the making. I've worked so hard, endless hours, while pregnant and with a newborn, and it's finally done. So let's dive in and finally see what I've been working on. Okay, so I am so excited to finally share with you the contents of what is in this book. I have been working on it for almost over a year, and it's finally done and available for pre-order right now. It is released on December 20th, so I'm so excited for you guys to get your hands on it, and I'm so excited to share with you what is actually inside. So let's take a peek at the table of contents so you can get an idea of what is in this book. Okay, so this book is split up into 3 parts. Part 1 is all the basics, from supplies to how to use your supplies, terms and techniques, color theory, and color mixing. Part 2 is actually painting some projects. So I have everything from florals to plants, landscapes, food, animals, and they are all beginner friendly. And if you're not a beginner, they are still fun projects to do, especially to practice over and over again. And then part 3 are tracing pages, which I will get to. So let's just take a quick flip through, not of every page, but just kind of a glance, because I want some of these things to maybe remain a surprise. But we have our supply guide, all my illustrations, all the products that I recommend as beginners, info about different brushes, paper, extra stuff. I actually have a list of what is in my palette that I use in all of my videos, how to care for your supplies, and then we go into how to use them, basic strokes, and then there are little tiny projects of things to practice while you guys are reading through this information, so you know how to use it and you can kind of get familiar with using them, how to hold your brush. Then we also have some terms and techniques, so like value scale, color bleeds, wet on wet. And like I said, there's little projects, and you will see little QR codes throughout the book, which you can just take your camera on your phone and scan it, and it will take you to a video that will explain all of this. These are videos that have already been on my YouTube channel, so you may have seen them before, but they directly correlate with what I'm talking about in the book. So we have all these fun techniques to go through, so much fun. Then we get to my favorite part, which is like color theory and color mixing, and I break it down so it's super simple for you guys. We make a color chart together. There's a color wheel that we make together throughout this. So like I said, there's tiny little projects that you do throughout the book with all the techniques, so you can practice those before you get into the actual projects. And then we get into the section on let's get painting. So these are the projects. So I'm not going to show you every single one, but I'll show you a couple, and then we're going to do one together. So there's an introduction. We do everything from basic florals. Okay, there's not a lot of each, but there's a couple of each little section. Detailed florals. We have 4 different kinds of trees. We have plants that I haven't done on my channel before. Then we have some simple landscapes, winter ones, sunsets, water. These ones I actually did a workshop on my Patreon, which was super fun. Then we get into simple foods like this, some desserts that are fun to do. I've done this cupcake on my channel before. And then we get into some animals, and you guys know that animals are a struggle for me, but I did manage to get some in here, and I actually love how they turned out, and they're so simple to do. So if animals intimidate you too, these are really great to start out with. And then, like I said, part 3 are the tracing pages. So the detailed projects that may require you to draw something, you can definitely try and draw it on your own. But if you're not as comfortable with drawing, there are tracing pages. I show you kind of the steps on how I do it. And then I'm going to show you when we do the demo of how you can trace these. So all of these more detailed illustrations, I have tracing pages for you guys to copy. And yeah, that's kind of about it. We have final thoughts about the author, and that is the basics of the book. It is a watercolor basics book. This is my first one. I didn't want to go into too much detail of intense advanced projects because, like I said, this is my first book and I want it to be available for a lot of beginners who are starting out, because that is kind of what I teach. I teach beginner watercolor. So if that's what you're looking for, this book will be absolutely perfect for you. So with that said, let's pick a project and let's go through it now. Okay, so because this is something I've never done on my channel, I think I am going to go with this Monstera plant. So in order to trace this is how I'm going to recommend doing it. I bought some cheap tracing paper. So just off Amazon, I'm going to grab a piece here and I'm going to start by tracing it with a black pen. Okay, so there we go. There is our plant all traced. And then what we're gonna do is on the back, you're gonna flip it over. You're gonna flip it over and then you're gonna take a pencil and you're just going to draw, like just scribble over all the lines here. Okay, and if you have carbon paper for tracing, that would work too. This is just kind of the way that you can do it without. So I'm just making sure I get all the areas with the lines. I'm gonna speed this up because, well, this part's boring. Okay, so I know it looks kind of crazy, but now what you're going to do is you're going to take your watercolor paper. I'm just going to use one of my Paul Rubens sketchbooks. You can use whatever you have. Just going to clamp it down there. And you're going to turn the paper over that has the pencil on the back. And you're just going to press it down just gently. And you're just going to go over your drawing again, over that black line with pencil. Now you didn't have to do the black marker first. You could have done a pencil first and then go over it with a black marker or black pen. Maybe that would have been better so you could see it better, but you just want to go over all the lines. And it might actually be better because to do the pencil first and then go over it with the black marker later so you can see where you've drawn. Clearly I don't trace very often, but this is just one way to do it. But yeah, I'd probably do pencil first and then the black pen, just so you can see where you've already gone over those lines. And I would probably also gently use painter's tape and tape down this this tracing paper as well, just so you don't move it. And there you go. I know it's a little hard to see. Turn down the light. Sorry, now you can kind of see it a little bit better. See, and I've transferred the image really nice and lightly, so it won't really matter too much if I watercolor over it because you won't really see it. But if you do want to make it a little bit lighter, you can always just rub your eraser over top of it. And you've transferred the image ready to be painted. Okay, so now let's get into following the instructions for painting. Okay, so for each project, it gives you all the techniques that you need for the project that we're doing. It tells you all the materials you need, what size brushes I recommend, and then the paint colors I used. Please never feel that you need to use the exact same colors. You can definitely make it your own. These are just letting you know what I have used for these illustrations. And then it will give you all the steps on how to paint it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start painting, and that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I really hope you liked it and I hope you learned something. I have to say thank you to you guys because without you watching my videos and helping me grow all my social media platforms, this wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have had a publishing company reach out to me asking me if I wanted to do this. So thank you guys for continuing to watch me and support me. There's days where I have to pinch myself that this is my life and it's all because of you guys. And I would like to thank Mango Publishing for reaching out because it's been an amazing opportunity and so much fun to work on with you guys. I feel like my dreams are coming true and it's just absolutely bananas. So thank you to everyone involved. Thank you to all of you guys. So don't forget to pick up your own copy on Amazon. It's available for pre-orders right now for yourself or for an artist in your life. It will also be available in some stores. Make sure to check there. And yeah, I wrote a book. This is so crazy. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.